never will not be vile.
What is it made out of?
I honestly don't know. This is alchemy. It's probably got some combination of extracts and roots and everything that's just disgusting.
I see.
But it does have a very strange effect when everything is pulled together. Yes, it's quite pretty to look at, but flavor makes me retch.
I wonder if anything could be done to improve it.
Honey?
Honey would be good.
Unfortunately, I don't think anything would be able to. That's one of the problems with alchemy is it has to be a very specific set of ingredients under specific circumstances, and, well, adding anything else just makes it not work.
Xander and Zavul want me to learn such things.
Well, maybe you could figure something out then.
Perhaps. I like the coat that man's wearing. When I first spotted him, I thought he was you from behind. But...
Thank you.
Welcome. Perhaps you could get one like it, but in purple.
Perhaps. We can see. But maybe you could take the time to design one for me. You know, I've been struggling a little bit to try and put something together for you, but well, I just can't quite seem to get the gold right.
Gold is very delicate. I've had to have things replated many times. I use the wrong mixture of alloys and it looks too green or too yellow.
Yes, and silver does have the occasional problem of looking almost either too black or flat. It doesn't shimmer the right way if you mess it up.
I see. Yes, perhaps that'll be my project today, depending on how much time I have, but I should have plenty of time, actually.
Well, it's all a matter of what you feel like doing.
No, it's just yesterday I had so many things I wanted to do, but that is something I planned, because even Isabeau mentioned she saw an outfit I was wearing and said she had been trying to get a particular shade of teal in an outfit, and I said I wouldn't mind trying to make her something.
Well, perhaps that's what you could do. Go out there and be an actual fashion designer. You have a better eye for it than I.
It seems like such a silly thing. Never imagined I would do such things.
Well, it's still something that a lot of people appreciate. You find them, you look at them, you figure out what would work for them.
I suppose. It certainly is something to try. I know I have many ideas, but sometimes those ideas just aren't something I'd be interested in wearing myself.
Yes, well...
Xander, are you looking for something?
Oh, where are you?
In the back corner.
To your right.
I see you.
Those chairs were getting a little...
shaky.
uncomfortable. Yes.
Have you seen the princess?
Princess?
Yeah, I don't know of any princesses that make their homes here, but if you're referring to the priestess, Lady Lily.
By the way,
You're being wonderfully vague.
As always.
It's I'll explain later.
Just Xander looking for a
Fair
princess.
arrival, but I don't know if anyone's made it yet.
That's the sound I was dreading hearing.
Hello, Xander.
I
Hello,
don't
Rooney.
blame you.
Okay.
You in a hurry, Xander?
Mama brought home the bacon.
No, I'm trying to find someone.
Yeah, now I can
Just gonna
walk.
slide around.
Looking falling on the rain. Besides
Yeah, let me
mine.
see if there's something to help
Princess
with that.
Pixie.
Ah,
Hello, Sark.
taking a shine.
How's your
Fight.
head doing?
I had Pythagoras
splitting like a watermelon.
She was in a terrible
Well, I would recommend getting some tea in you and relaxing.
her up.
A party's probably not the best if you have a headache.
It was very
Well,
well enough to fight.
just relax, and I did just find something that I was looking for, so that is good.
She's very clearly skilled. Packs quite a
Very
punch.
Scaled, she does. Which makes me wonder how someone so skilled even got themselves in such a state in the first place.
Indeed. I actually really want to catch up to her. Just want to have a little talk.
Speaking of Pixie Mommy, Griff has some information about when she woke up the other day. We might want to
Nothing.
go up and talk about it.
Well, nothing bad, I hope. She's all right, not in any trouble.
She's healthy, but there is still something that ails her that she told.
Nothing wrong, Sark.
Is she here? Griff.
Unfortunately, I think
don't believe
this is something that I need
I see.
a little bit of extra assistance clearing up.
I mean, I guess I
One
can
of the
say
only
here,
people I know.
She was up and around. She was.
Oh no, come down this way. There's other people talking.
don't
Would you like to have a quiet place to talk?
No, I'm just. I have to deal with Lady Lily, and I'm not too happy about that prospect.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
This is a very tense after party.
No, it's more a matter of I do not feel very comfortable asking a kitten for anything, much less healing.
Oh, I see your point. That makes two of us.
Yes, but there's only so much tinctures and all of that can do, and unfortunately, Lady Lily is the only one that has that balance between the occult and the mundane that I think I need, considering where I got this injury.
And I wish I could offer some form of assistance, but I'm far from the occult or the religious, and I'm not much of a healer.
Yes, I know. It's, again, just a bit of trepidation. Normally I'd be able to think much more clearly about a lot of things, but seem to be missing a few things, even in my own notes. I suppose I know what it feels
No!
to be Xander on an average day.
That's harsh.
I was gonna say, that's a little bit more snippy of you, Sark. Trying to learn from other people. You're usually fairly polite, if sarcastic.
Yes. Well, I have other reasons to be less differential to the man lately.
I would say don't keep me waiting. Don't let yourself stay waiting, but enjoy talking with Lady Lily. That sounds like an adventure that I'm happy I'm not hired to help take care of.
Yes, I suppose I could Though it seems like she might need a little bit of time to deal with something else, which I don't think I'll rush her. This is not something I'm looking forward to, and
Well, I do hope you start feeling better soon. Me, in the meantime, I'm gonna go find drink.
yes. Have yourself a nice little stay in a ditch afterwards.
Maybe.
Did you ever rebuild after Fi, took care of your old place?
Yes, I ended up with a little bit of help from Ginra and have my nice little hammock set back up on the beach.
Is that what got burned down?
Yes, and it was the closest thing I had to a house. Fi burned down my house, yeah.
I'm sorry that I didn't mean it that way. I was just curious.
No, it's quite alright. I mostly do that for comedy, I'll be frank. It's mildly funnier that way.
How did Fi manage to burn it down? Was it intentional, I suppose?
Grenades. It was grenades.
Sounds intentional.
It was incredibly intentional.
I suppose it could be worse. You could have used radishes.
I could go for some daikon.
I threw the radishes at the rock nose and they died in a cloud of fire.
Yes, the radishes in this land are a little too spicy for daikon, sadly.
Daikon are awesome. They're not spicy.
Nothing. Like I said, don't let me keep you, Sark. It's bad to usually be up and about if your head is splitting so greatly. Nap never hurt.
Well, I was actually advised against falling asleep. Something concussion, something.
Concussions aren't real. That's something spread my meter.
They aren't for real.
That's what a Nord... You know what? Ignore that advice. Probably stay awake. I just realized I was about to parrot something from a Nordheimer.
You can't stay awake forever, though.
Oh, it's only been about 20 hours at this point.
Only.
Yes, I
was going to say, with the coffee I hear about, I'm sure he can stay up forever.
Well, it was more that I was fussing over small details on an outfit. And I realized I'm not exactly as good as I thought when it came to designing things for people. That or the head injury made it much harder to think clearly.
It's likely that latter part. What do you think she's dealing with right now?
Well, apparently there have been some issues around, well, quite a few things around here, I'm sure. I'm sure that whatever this princess business that Xander was harping on about has something to do with it.
Perhaps. Yeah, they say the
Of
sleeping
course,
thing isn't
he's
even really...
not actually telling one of his staunchest supporters and the man who put him in the position he is in now about any of it.
Well, it might be he simply didn't want to speak in the middle of Old Maroon.
It's possible, but he could have at least mentioned something about that.
Indeed, but he claims he has nothing to hide from me, yet he constantly has meetings off to the side. Or dashes off without explanation. So, it's what I expect from him, if I'm being honest.
At least I like to think that I tell you I hide my motivations for reasons.
Well, I'm just simply speaking of how Xander tends to normally operate. I don't really mean much more than that.
Yes, I understand, but as I said, he was... Granny told me that he was being himself to her, and I'm finding it a little bit harder to control.
Yes, no, she suggested something and he took offense to it, and they both sort of went back and forth on it.
Being fair, they are both a little strong-headed, but the man just doesn't stop to listen. He will hear people all he wants, but he doesn't listen to them. He doesn't consider the words.
Perhaps.
I originally put my hand in with him because I thought he had something. I thought he was more considerate. I thought a lot of things. But apparently this is just another one of the mistakes I've been making lately. I hope that he proves me wrong.
I think there's a possibility he may. I know we wanted to speak with you last night, but it was too late for me anyways.
Yes, that's understandable. I know. It's just... I'm realizing that I'm a lot more conflicted since last night. It's a lot harder for me to control what I'm actually thinking. If I am coming off as more snippy, that would be why. At least I hope that's why.
Perhaps. But you're also injured, so...
Yes. I just don't want to start becoming what I was.
Why would you?
The more things I have to deal with in my head, the more control I have to exert over intrusive thoughts, the harder it becomes to fight off the ones that are pulling me back towards seeing the side of people like Abelard and Shaitan. Understanding it and even thinking it to be a good idea.
But if you can get help soon, then it should be easier for you, you think?
Hopefully, and I hope I'm not making a mistake with going to Lady Lily. It is the most expeditious path, the most practical one. But it is also one that, like many things in my life, treads a very fine line.
I see. Do you think that she will demand anything from you?
Perhaps a little bit of haste.
Well, the only thing she has demanded so far is apology, and I... that...
I'm sorry. There just are things that I cannot say in front of them, I'm afraid.
Seems like he found his princess.
Well, I hope that we are not the them that he was referring to.
I don't think that we are. I doubt that he even really saw us. But I agree. This combo is something straight out of a BioWare game? What?
I think I recognize that trance up ahead.
Do you wish to try and speak to her now, then?
There's not much point in putting it off too much longer.
Do you want me to come with you?
Well, you're already here, aren't you?
You can say yes.
Yes, I would appreciate your backup, Io. Lady, a moment.
I think the lady will be
That
up here
you,
momentarily.
sir.
Yes, it is.
Apologies, I'm not accustomed to seeing you in such a state.
Yes, well, unfortunately, this is a reason that I have to approach you.
Very well.
Turn it up once you.
I am not pleased with this, but I do believe that I need your assistance in recovering whatever malady has afflicted me in the last day. I sustained a fall in a place that seems to have harmed me a little bit more than, well, something like that.
Oh, she does the
normally would,
gold
and
stuff in her hair like I do.
I believe that your temple is about the best combination of spiritual and physical healing that would assist me at this point. And at this point, I must formally apologize for any offense that I have caused you and, well, beg for your assistance.
Here, whenever you're ready.
Are you able to tell me what caused you this affliction?
No, and that's not precisely anyway. All I remember is I was investigating something at the tower, the obelisk, whatever Shaitan and Abelard call it. I was looking into a theft, and then everything up there seemed changed. I was in a different place. The walls were blank, and I remember vaguely small animals and, again, those blank walls and not much else.
This had to do with the tower, you
Sorry, Muskie.
said.
Yes.
This is the second thing I've heard about this tower today.
And may I ask what the first is?
Apparently we got very busy, but we'll be up here as soon as we can.
But apparently the little fights that happened there last night were
Honor me, princess.
an ulterior motive to something else. All the blood people spilled apparently was fueling something else entirely. So everyone who fought there, well, they participated unknowingly in some kind of blood ritual. I don't reckon anyone who was there yesterday is gonna be feeling all too good.
Well, that's
I have a weird
actually...
itch.
Someone just shout
Normally I
something.
would sass you about that one, but I am not in the proper company for that.
What was that, Gray?
Oh, I was just to say, is that why I have that this weird rash on my shoulder?
No, Griff. That's probably a rash from you not using proper powder underneath your leathers, and it's scraping against your skin, giving you a heat rash in this desert sun.
Oh, okay. Because me and Trish were there very, very briefly, but we left because it was interesting.
Well, so long as you didn't fight and spill your blood, you should be all right. But you've come at the same time we're assisting another with ailments of the mind. I wonder if they are connected in some way.
Well, normally I would think it's the large gash on the back of my head. But, again, this place is steeped in remnants of the abyss, and I am not particularly fond of how I've been reacting to those lately.
Very well. First, we'll see if it's something as simple as our spring could rejuvenate and heal you from. And if that is not enough, it may require something a little more direct and personal. But please feel free to enter the temple. We have others that have come to receive Our Lady's healing as well.
Oh boy.
Perhaps more can be laid bare here with all that we have gathered. If there are those among you who are a little bit more shy, we do provide towels and robes in the armoire here.
I think I'll be fine.
Princess?
Princess, where did you go? Excuse me.
What?
Where did Xander and the princess go?
Don't know. I can go look while you assist up here.
I wonder if they put the water in there, or if this was built around something that already existed here. Or maybe this big thing is a whole... I don't think you're gonna like to be here often. No, we're just here on Sark's behalf. Yeah, I think everyone is aware. Everyone's aware, okay? Not our jam.